What's up, guys? It is Wednesday, June 7th. It's 5:23 p.m. and this is going to be a crypto market update to wrap up the day. Holy shit, man. It's crazy as far as the price action, as far as the news, as far as all the push and the pull, as far as the narratives going on right now. And it's very scary times, but with price remaining up where it's at, and we've seen a ton of strength out of XRP. It's been quite unreal. I believe this is the biggest shakeout of all time. As far as we're seeing the SEC, we're seeing everyone come out who's against crypto in a sense. They're pulling all stops out to get people to get rid of their coins, and we're not getting rid of them. We're not getting rid of them. So let's dive into the charts. I'm going to show you where we're at as far as on the market right now. So let's go to the dollar first off. If we go to the 4-hour chart, we are getting rejected by this. I think we got rejected by the 786 again. So we covered that earlier today. The 786 across the board from here to here, 786 rejection from here to here to here, 786 rejection. We're seeing it across the board right now. So we put a trend line coming down like this, and we came up to that earlier, got rejected by it. I've had some wicks kind of come through here, but as long as we have the bodies of the candles close below this trend line, then we're all good. Then ultimately, if we do have bodies close above and we start to push up with the dollar, we want to get rejected by the 786 up here, which is 104.415. We do see on the 4-hour chart, the stock RSI trying to cross up, show momentum, but it's stuck below the 50 line right now. We just need to see a hard rejection on the dollar that will ultimately get the TSI to cross down below the 0 line. It will ultimately get the stock RSI to get rejected from this 50 line and then pull down, have the momentum come down like this. Then ultimately the dollar will roll over again. And this time I think it will break the 786 right over here. So now let's go to the next thing. We got the stock market today. So let's go to the 12-hour chart. So on the 12-hour chart, we are testing the top of the EMA ribbon right now. We're trying to hold it as support. The stock market's closed right now though, so I'll have to see how it opens up tomorrow. But we have this low to the high right here. We have tapped the 786 at this point. We do see the stock RSI is curled down. The TSI just curled down. This could be ultimately a short-term relief for the US NASDAQ 100 because we have the 12-hour sell now signals. Last time we had a little relief, we got 2 12-hour sell now signals, 1 and then 2. So this could be the start of a little bit of a downtrend for the stock market for the next, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe pull down like this, test the 200 moving average around late June, early July. Crazy that we're almost in July. So if we go to Bitcoin right now, it's sitting around 26,440. Let's walk through it because what a crazy day as far as how many times can we tap the same level without not breaking it? Biggest fake outs of all time. The 786, right? The medium 786. If I go to the 4-hour chart, we had said in the Discord, if you're not already in the Discord, come join it, but let me pull it up. So right over here on the market update section, I had said, hey, we got to hold a 4-hour candle close above the 786 at 26,358, hanging on to that level as we speak. But yeah, we need to see 4-hour candle body closes above it. And to a T, we saw 1, we saw 2, and right now there's 2 hours and 32 minutes left for this candle to close on the 4-hour chart. But I mean, we already have a nice wick coming up right now, and it does seem like we're starting to press up. So the 786 level on the medium fib forecaster, 26,358 is so important, so critical. We outlined that earlier in the morning market update. So definitely mark that with an alert. And then ultimately we got to get back above from that high and say this is the low here. We need to get back above 27,150. We have the 200 moving average coming down, that red moving average right there as well too, coming down to that level. So if we get above there, then we'll be smooth sailing. Even if I pull a horizontal line out and mark that area, that's where we came into a lot of resistance. We got above over here, got below, rejected, came up to it yesterday, rejected. We need to get above 27,400 and then we can kind of relax a little bit. For right now, it's like a caution zone. As far as if we break this level to 786, we could come down, retest this fib zone. But if we break that fib zone, it's no good. So we want to hold where we're at right now and start to chug up. If we do turn over, we need to hold this fib zone around 25.2K is the lowest I'd want to see it go. But ultimately, yeah, I'd want to see us just tap the top of this if we did pull down. So that's Bitcoin right now. Let's look at the momentum though. on the 1-day chart. So the 1-day chart, TSI is just kind of, doing its thing. It's not really doing much right now. We look at the stock RSI, we are crossed down at the moment, but usually when you see a really like a kind of a confirmed move, you start to just see it go. We're just kind of trying to figure out what we're doing here. So not much to say about that. Let's go to the 12 hours, see if we can get any signs. 12 hours crossing up though. 12 hours crossing up. That's crazy. So 12 hour stock RSI is crossing up. We have the TSI wanted to cross up. It curled in. So we need to see the next 12 hours after this candle closes in 2.5 hours. We need to see that cross up. We need to see the TSI cross up and the stock RSI is already crossed up. Then we'll get the 12-hour buy now signal. So that'll be solid. So that's what I'm watching for Bitcoin. If we go to BNB, Binance Coin, we're at this trend line here, and I'm going to hide every indicator here just to look at the trend line. So we have this trend line of support back in June of 2022. Then we could kind of pull it up a little bit. But like, as you can see, December of 2022. And now June of 2023. Crazy 6-month cycles though, right? June of 2022, 6 months, 180 days, tap that same level. Then again, 180 days, tap that same level. So if we break this trend line and the 786 on this, which is around 246 to 255, if we break that level and we start to see the momentum really start to head down, we could see that from the bonus indicator with the void lines. Say like on a 3-day chart, if we see the void lines of the bonus indicator really start to have the mouths open up wide, biggest shorting opportunity of all time. Because there's really not much that's holding it up here. As far as there's that much, we could fall a good amount. So shorting it at this level, you could get a 50%, short in, 80% short on 10x leverage. That's a nice gain. So I'm going to be eyeing Binance like a hawk for a potential short position. And if you watched the newsletter from earlier, there's like rumors that the Department of Justice might file against Binance and CZ, the CEO. So I'm sure that would be a catalyst to have this kind of break this trend line. But as you can see, 6-month cycles. So if we do break this, we're starting a new 6-month cycle. So we could see Binance coin go down for 6 months to the end of this year. And that's how we get down to these levels around $40, $50. Be truly unreal. So definitely highly on the radar. If we go to Ethereum right now, we go to the 1-day chart, we're just kind of ping-ponging back and forth between these key fib zones. If we go to the 12-hour real quick, we are starting to see the stock RSI cross up now, getting above the 50 line, and the 12-hour TSI is above the 0 line. I'd really like to see us cross up right here and then have the MACD start to curl in, because then Ethereum's looking pretty bullish if that's the case. So that's Ethereum right there. We're just going to ping pong back and forth, but before breaking one of these levels, you break to the downside, you target 1618, then the 2618, you break to the upside, you target up here. So that is Ethereum, and Ethereum's stuck under the 786 right now at 1,850. Preferably would like to see us get above that level, and that's in line with the 200 moving average here on the 3-day chart as well too. So definitely want to see that. If we go to XRP, so XRP, if you go to a 1-day chart, still have the sell warning, no sell now. We are still holding that trend line coming up like this. We tapped it again today. So let me go to a 12-hour actually so we can see it a little better. So we started back here, support, then we have support here, and then we tapped it on the initial sell-off. And then we had if I go to a 4-hour chart, then we popped up from that point, rolled back over this morning, tapped off of it, and then went up to the 786 again. Then we rolled over later in the day, tapped it again, and we're starting to press up. Like XRP is really, really showing some solid strength right now. It could be the biggest fake out of all time. But we're coiling tight, and we keep ping ponging between this trend line and the fib zone. Such a micro, medium, and macro key important fib zone as far as the 786. It's just like right here. Like if we can press up and shoot up through that, like we're going to go, and we're going to go fast. So definitely have that on the radar. We definitely want to see the TSI cross up here and the stock RSI cross up through that 50 line. And that's what will get us up. We need to see that happen. And we very much could be still, I think we're comparing it back to the March move, and this could be the initial move, right? Which could be this, then this could be this, and we could still be in store for one move up. This is just playing out on a smaller scale, and this is playing out on a bigger scale. So we definitely could see one more move up, and I kind of like how it's playing at a bigger scale, because that, if we do cross up here, that's what's going to break us through this key resistance level. It's a lot of resistance there. If we can break up through it, we're going to go. But we need to see the momentum start to turn in XRP's favor on the 12-hour first. And we have the 250 moving average starting to curl back up to act as support for that as well too. If we do pull down, I want to see XRP hold 0.4991, but preferably 0.5050. If we break 0.5050, which is a 786 on a micro fib, then I want to see us hold 0.4991. I don't want to see us break below that. If we do, we'll come down to 46 cents. And at that point, we definitely need to hold. But yeah, so set your alerts for 0.5050. Then let's go to XRP dominance, because XRP dominance, I mean, we've been covering this for a couple of weeks now as far as XRP and being at critical levels. Like, we covered that macro chart kind of convergences happening on the XRP dominance, XRP to Bitcoin, XRP to Ethereum, XRP dominance against others dominance, and the XRP USD chart. All of them are at their key fib zone. Actually, if we're on the one, actually, let me go to the 9-hour chart. Yeah, we're at the key fib zone. So 2.56 to 2.62 for XRP dominance. If we can blast through that, that is what's getting XRP through that critical resistance level that we were saying. And that's what's getting us to 63 cents, 73 cents, potentially even $1.03. But we have to wait for the momentum to kick back in. And for, Bitcoin needs to play nice. The dollar needs to play nice. But if we can see that to be the case, this kind of pop up through this key fib zone, we see Bitcoin stay stable and start to pop up. If we see the dollar start to really roll over, we will see XRP break up through that level. But for now, we got to remain vigilant and watch those key levels as far as 0.5050 and then 0.4991 and then getting through the 0.535, 0.545. So let's go to XLM. XLM right now on the 4-hour chart, we're holding the body of the candles above this key fib zone. So we came down to it initially over here. Let me hide all these other ones. So yeah, we came down to it on the sell-off. We got immediately bought back from it, came back down, bodies closed above, popped up, came back down, bodies closed above. So we definitely want to hold above 0.087 for XLM. If we don't, we come back down. I'm targeting 0.0865 to hold, because that's a 786 from this low to this high back down, right to there. Then if we break that, then we ultimately could come down to retest the macro fib, which is from this low to this high all the way down. That 786 is sitting at 0.082. I mean, and that's like what, less than a 10% fall from here? It's about literally 6% from here. So as far as where we're at in the market and some of these coins, unbelievable steals that are going on. XLM, we've seen so many documents, so many videos, so many this, so many that. XLM being at this level is crazy. So XLM is definitely on my list of coins that if it were to fall lower or even right now to stack up on. So that's XLM. And then I wanted to cover what I was seeing with XRP as far as this chart. So this was the 12-day chart. And I was looking at the movements in the oscillators here. And on the 12-day chart, look at where the TSI is for XRP. It's at the 0 line and it's starting to kick up. Just like back here in October, late October of 2020, where we kind of, even if we go all the way back, we're below the 0 line on the 12-day chart for the TSI for XRP this whole time for years. And then we kind of rode right below it. And then we had a kick up and we got above, just like we did back here. Years below it, we started to ride a little bit below it and we just got the kick up and now we're starting to get above. So those two timeframes match up as far as the oscillators. But then when I go to the chart here and we look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we match it up with the stock RSI, it starts to draw a little bit of a picture as well too. So if we say seeing black swan moment was number 1, we match it up to there, number 1. We had a tanking moment, and then we had our bottom, which was 2. Just like back here, FTX Black Swan 1. We had our tanking moment. So we had our top, our bottom, our top, our bottom, our top, our bottom, then we went. We had our top, our bottom, our top, our bottom, our top, our bottom, then we went. And even look at the 50 moving averages, green line. It's getting hung up. Where we got hung up back here, right when we got above it, that was the start, and we started to really rip. And then we're at it right now as well too. So getting above the EMA ribbon, being hung up right below that 50 moving average, and then seeing this lineup, that lineup, seeing the movements in the stock RSI lineup as well too, how he rolled over, came up, rolled over, above the 50 line too, came up, rolled over, cross up, and that was the shoot. So I believe we could potentially be at the moment where we could shoot based off these things. And even looking at the movements of each kind of point here, look at number 5. Number 5 got above the EMA ribbon and then came back down. Got above the EMA ribbon, number 5 came back down. Number 1 got rejected by the EMA ribbon, came back down. And the Black Swan. So we're seeing a lot of things line up. And then number two, we had a low. 4 was a higher low. 6 was a higher low. Number 2, we had a low. Number 4 was a higher low. Number 6 was a higher low. So a lot of things lining up with this chart. Very interesting when I saw this. Definitely on my radar, but don't take this with a grain of salt. It's not like it's 100% going to happen. It's just definitely on the radar as far as a pattern playing out. So technically, we should see a very volatile move out of XRP in the next 11 days. Whether that's a positive move or a negative move, it's going to depend on the narrative at the time. So we're already getting a glimpse of what the narrative could be. So we'll see if it's a positive announcement or a negative announcement coming from the Ripple XRP and SEC case. So that's going to be it, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.